It's another beautiful Friday. Somebody's Friday. My name is Kure Blessing and welcome to Wake Up Nigeria on Srtv. Beside me is this very beautiful Benue woman. I think she just came here today to prepare us. This Friday is going to be hot. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, viewers. I'm Rebecca A.
Yes. Today on the dailies, it's hot. You know, Nigeria is a very hot country. There is no day that you won't find some level of bastos on the papers. It is always there somewhere, somehow. In short, every paper has its own source. And today is not different, right? Today we have Yahaya Bello doing his thing, the EFCC doing their thing, and everybody on the run. Yes, I feel like this season is an EFCC season because everywhere we just heard Bobrisky recently and Cubana chief priest
Please.
again, and this I heard 10 million naira bill. I was like, that is outrageous, but again, chop make I chop. I like I said, this government is the government of where belle face. We are not doing this alone. We have Edo. Hello, Edo. Edo, are you here? Edo, good
Yes, we are
morning.
here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
beautiful.
Abuja.
Morning.
Good morning. Please introduce yourself so that our viewers will know
Morning.
who they are, who is talking to them.
Okay. Hello, viewers. I am Favor Obareki
Hello,
from
everyone.
Srtv Edo.
My name is Charity from Srtv Edo.
You can see we have beautiful women in SRTV. Like, look at the faces. I'm saying today is Friday, and how is Edo? How is everything there? How is Edo? How is the impeachment? You know, that's like an old news now. See, this is the impeachment is just a show how power pass power. For me, it's a show of power, man pass man, right? How is it going over there? What is new in Edo? What is trending?
Well, they say
Did
when
you hear my?
power jump power, the lower power will bow. Yes, can you hear
Yeah.
us?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I said like the adage goes, when power jump power, the lower one will bow. That is how the adage goes. So I think that is what we saw in the um Edo political sector, the impeachment and all of that. I think that's what we saw there. Edo is good this morning despite the weather. The weather is very hot. I don't know about Abuja, but the weather is very hot. I was saying
Super hot.
yesterday, even after all this heat, you will still go to a fire. Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
Somebody should not go to a fire after. And
For
hell
you,
is hotter than this. Hell is
you see,
hotter. Ha.
you can imagine. We can only imagine. You know,
We
I
can
think I saw
only
something
imagine.
I
online,
don't want to imagine.
somewhere online. Someone said that Nigeria is hot, the economy is bad. Like Nigerians should be spared from hellfire, if not for anything, for how
Exactly.
Nigerians
Yes,
suffer
yes.
and all of that.
Wow.
I remember
That's true.
someone saying for
I will
Macaulay
second
to
that.
buy a 30 naira.
So
God should
yes,
just
yes.
have mercy on us.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really hot. Abuja is hot as well. My problem really is the electricity. I don't know what's happening. We used to have light, but now since the tariff hike, it's been from like when I got home last night, there was no light. After some time, they brought and they took it few this morning. So I really don't
You're
understand.
even lucky you had light. In my area, no
Yeah.
light for 2 days.
So you see, and at the end of the month, they expect people to pay. What's the
Yeah,
light
it's okay.
situation like in Ondo State?
Well, different areas with their different problems. My area, as I've said before, I have not seen light. I have not seen light since like I can't even remember when last I saw light, like NEPA lights in my area. Our area is like when you say, and in the Bible they say, and darkness moved upon the surface of the earth. That's how my area is. It's like darkness is roaming around.
Light is so important. Like during if you
Ah,
Yeah,
if you
for me, I
listen
don't. For me,
and
we've
you
been having
read
light
the
for recess now.
questions,
Yes.
you will hear that and God said, "Let there be light."
But Nigerians
let
were
there be
happy.
light.
He since
Let there
when
be
God made
light.
that statement, we were not in the equation at all. We were not
I
present
think
that
that
day.
is the movement. I think that is the movement we need. Let there be light, right? That's what we need. Let there be light.
Hashtag.
Let
Let
there
there
be
be
light.
light.
Okay. We would move straight into the papers. Let's see how hot it is. Let's see what's happening. And as usual, we would like to we'll punch it.
Punch it.
Yes, let's just let's punch it this morning. Let's punch it. Edo, would you like to punch
Yes.
it for us? Favor, can you
Oh,
punch it?
okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. Let me do that. Um, the big news says 80 billion naira money laundering. Federal government places Yahaya Bello on watch list. Immigration alerts DSS. FG orders border civilians, asks DSS, NIA police to prevent ex-government escape. EFCC should obey court order restraining ex-governor's arrest, Bello's lawyer insists. Then here we have FG enforces prices in Abuja supermarket, plans Lagos Port Harcourt visit. 7 trillion naira remitted to federation accounts in 6 months. ROMAFC. You can find that on page 21. Then it says anti-party activities. PDP next silent on Wike. Saraki leads peace panel. You can find that on page 3. They have troops rescue pregnant Chibok girls with 3 children. That's on page 14. Then we have Ogun, Ogun acquires 25 vans, mans Lagos Ibadan expressway with drones. Lagos Calabar highway, FG panel to pay compensation within 7 days. That's on page 20. Within 10 days, sorry, that's on page 21. 16 killed as Bonu bus runs over ISW ISWAP explosive. That's
Okay, so
on page 7. And we have Ondo Aye Datiwa other APC aspirant battle for 1,700 171,922 votes. That's on page 3. And I think that's all we have on Punch News this morning.
This is a lot, so much happening. The front cover of the Punch this morning, and the big, yesterday we actually did talk about Yahaya Bello and how the young people clamoring for change. We're seeing that we want young people in government, at least let it not be like it's just our grandfathers ruling us. There are new things coming up, and young people. I think a young person can improve on technology and all of that, and bring happenings, good change happening in other countries to Nigeria, right? And then here is Yahaya Bello, who was given a chance to rule, and just after, now we are seeing EFCC is running here and there. So what are we saying? What are we saying? You see, corruption is not really by age, if you ask me.
No.
So if you're
Yeah, it's
young, you're old, if you have it in you, it will show. So I think, rather than, of course, we need young people in government. We need young people because we believe that young people have more energy. They are more abreast with what is happening now around the world, and they can bring the technological changes that we want. But again, what do we do about young or younger persons who come into government and still follow the trend? Yesterday I say is operation all man for himself. So when everybody goes in just trying to, it's like a poverty alleviation scheme,
Yeah.
where they just go in and try to just take, make I take small for myself, take for myself, take for myself.
yes.
And if you see the rider here, it says LG orders border surveillance and asks DSS, NIA police to prevent ex-governor's escape. And they are saying that he should not leave Nigeria. He should be here. Yes, he has to be here. Yahaya Bello has to be here. If I think if he is innocent, right?
Yeah. You will be
Now
on the run.
he won't be on the run. If you did not do anything, stay. Let's EFCC probe you. Let's see this thing. Let's everything unfold. Him running
Yeah.
means that these things that he has been accused of, that he really did them, which is why he is on the run. If you ask me,
And then I commend the security agencies on this great move, because it will serve as a deterrent to those other governors that are intending to do same. What do you think?
See, I feel again. I agree with you, but I still feel like this is a charade. Now, this fight is not because the government loves us. It's because they are just it's a personal thing. If you
Ah,
ask, yes, if you ask me, see, they are just two elephants fighting. If you ask me, if you check very well, there's something a disagreement or a money that Yahaya Bello was not supposed that they were supposed to something. If you check very well,
whatever it will still unfold.
into are we ever are we ever really truly sincerely going to know the bond of contention between these people? Because if you ask me, they just put up a charade in front of us, they go back, sit behind closed doors, and they eat, they drink, they shalaye, they enjoy
Yeah.
themselves. They
Dine
don't
Yes.
care.
together.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
really don't care. And see his what his lawyer is saying, EFCC should obey court order restraining ex-governor's arrest. Why is the court issuing an order? You see this country now, we say we have judiciary, we have this
There's executive,
just ahead.
legislature.
Oh, you people are hearing now, this one knows government very well, you are hearing, and all these
All
arms
those
of
people, they are just one. No, it's as if they are three, but
see they are
the
together.
judiciary,
Yeah, they are. I think they
they
are working
compose
together
the
or something. I
judiciary,
don't know.
and
They work hand in hand.
executive
Yeah,
heading up and
just
Are they not supposed to work together so that this our country can be better? Now, one is chasing somebody, and another one is saying that see, this man, there's an order restraining his arrest. Why? Okay, Maka, why? What's that
see
supposed to mean?
those three arms of government. They work together, mostly in a negative way.
Yeah, I think that when it's time for
You
them
think
to
the
come
judiciary
together,
is the judiciary is your saving point, and when you go there, the executive they still control them with their powers.
so you see, so
So
where
what's the
are we
essence
going
of the
to?
judiciary then?
What are we going to do? Are these people not supposed to be together, work together for the good of the common man? If you're just there, now imagine, like, Daddy Chris, you're not here, but this is a show of shame.
It's a show of
It's
shame.
a
Actually,
show of shame, really,
if you don't have
because
if you don't have money, you cannot even access the judiciary.
you
That's
you
how
can't.
bad it is
So
now.
why are they
Yes.
protecting him now?
and
And
and I
allow
remember and I remember back in school then they would tell us the judiciary it is the last hope of the common man.
My
You
sister,
understand? It is the last place the common man can cry to, the last place he can go. That's the last hope, the final bus stop of the common man. But if
mm,
this body has not played this role properly, played the role of being the last role of the last hope of the common man, then what hope does a common man have?
a common man does not have hope anymore
Where
in
can
this
a common
country.
man run to now?
therefore,
He does not have hope
charity.
in this
therefore,
country.
actually, the
There's
story
no
is not
hope in
what
this
is on the
country.
book that is on the streets in
See,
Nigeria.
I think
Because yeah, exactly.
we need to change our textbooks. We really,
They
you see,
actually
Yes,
deceive
so
us.
we need
yes,
to change our
see,
question. Yes,
you
yes,
know,
we should.
personal on a personal level, I have a problem with the definition of democracy. If you ask me, I do have a problem with it because it is not what is in the textbook,
No, no, no,
that's
no.
what is on the street. That is not, it's not visible, it's not what we are seeing on the street. So I have a personal
Well, I
problem
would
with
say, yeah, I would say democracy. It is what it is. It is just the way Nigeria has.
Made it
Yes,
look, made
how
it seem.
how this country has redefined it. Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln, in his own time, he defined democracy as democracy for the people, by the people, government for the people, by the people, and yeah, exactly. So it was his own time, like being the president, he was able to define it, bring a definition out of it because he was the government for his people. You
yes.
understand? So
Now things
Nigerians
have
have not defined our own democracy. We are not operating a democratic system.
At
It is
all.
our own type of democratic system we are operating. Our own definition. We have brought out our own definition from it. We have defined our own. Because Abraham Lincoln was able to define his own democracy, which is a government that stands for his people and by his people. But so it's the one that we are now that
Who is
we are.
standing for?
And
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. It's the democracy that we are now that we are defining our own democracy. Our government, they are defining their own democracy. That's just it.
It's actually very bad favor. You know, tend to imitate the Americans, the whites, in their system of government,
Yes.
but then we
But we do not
fail to
have the
take their
capacity.
action, what
Yes,
they do to
we
put
also
in place a positive aspect.
exactly.
And it's very,
We
very
do.
We
bad.
fail
I'm not
to
having
copy. We fail to copy the
the,
right
the
thing from
positive
them.
aspect, yeah. I
Yes,
wonder
the
if they
positive
travel
aspect
there.
is from
I wonder
leadership.
if development like kills their spirit or
No,
something.
when they travel, they just close their eyes. They just go there to shalaye, to enjoy, and come back. I think
No,
that's
And
one day wanting to
they
go
don't
back,
learn
they no go come
anything
back.
good.
so. Please, um, the court is saying that someone can steal money and then they will give a restraining order for the person not to be arrested. I think Yahaya Bello needs to come out. He needs to answer. If why are you running?
Yes.
Exactly, Yahaya Bello. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Like that song.
Why are you?
Bye.
Please come out. If you are innocent,
Come and do
we
it.
here we are not saying that you are guilty. We are just saying that if you did not do anything, please come out and answer the necessary questions and all of that. And that is it. That you are running shows that
There
you
is something.
there's something that you're
Exactly.
hiding. Yes.
Yeah, he who has nothing to hide will not fear, will not run.
Hmm.
Um, we you see the top story by the left on the punch. You see that FG enforces prices in Abuja supermarket, plans Lagos, Port Harcourt. Visit.
This one is very, very, I love it.
You
Because
see,
the way all those people put outrageous prices on goods, it will, you even ask yourself, is the
now
one outside counterfeit or like,
now there's this. I went to Wuse Market and I bought this oil, right? I got it for about 6,000 naira, and then I entered one supermarket. Guess how much I saw? Same oil, nothing different. I saw 12,000 naira. But again, you know that these supermarkets they pay the shop rents are actually very, very outrageous.
that's true, but then they still have to be
But
Yes,
they
contributing.
yes,
Because
also
yes,
but they
they
buy
buy
it
in bulk.
directly from
Yeah, yeah,
producers.
exactly.
Gone are those
Yes,
days where
and they
supermarket
come
used to be
in
any
large
price.
quantity.
When are those days where any price you see on supermarket is the authentic price? That's it is
yes,
I know that it is in supermarket you will see that they will add 5 naira to a goods. You understand?
yes,
So that's how it used to be. They'll say once you get it at the supermarket at this price, this is the standard price
Yeah,
for it. Because they get directly from
from
the
the
producer.
producers.
But if they are now increasing their price and it is now becoming exorbitant, I don't know what they want us to do. I don't know.
so
It's too much,
I was really
seriously.
shocked that the supermarket was selling double the price I got from the market. I was coming to say
Imagine.
that I do know that their shop rents are actually really high, but they should be more considerate. The prices are they are so high. You walk
Outrageous.
into a supermarket now, you would think what's going on here? It's really bad. So if the government can enforce it, it will go a long way. It will at least it will, so these are the things that government should do. Really, these are some of the things that they should do. They should make sure that traders or wholesalers or whoever they are in business are not extorting from the
They
people.
should sell to gain, not
Yes.
to exploit people.
Yes, it should be at least business should be to make profit and not to exploit people. Thank you, Rebecca. That
Exactly.
is
That's true.
and we commend the government. Please, it shouldn't just be that they just said it. They should put action into it and make it work. Troops rescue pregnant Chibok girl with 3 children. Chibok. You know, this is it's really sad. First of all, the Chibok incident. There are still many girls that did not make it back home,
Yeah.
and I've read over time that some of the girls actually did come back home, but they came back maybe with a child or two or with pregnancy,
How many
and
years
they
is it now?
I
and they,
lost count actually. Like
How many
I
years
lost
is it
count.
now? I think it
it's
was it
10
happened
years.
in 2016.
10 years.
It's
Over
10 years.
don't
Ten,
imagine. That's a
10
decade.
years.
Yes, 10 years. It was Chibok
Yeah.
happened
Wow.
10 years already. Yes. So some
Hmm.
of them did
Imagine.
come back home and they faced some level of stigmatization. People, yes, you know
Yeah,
how
exactly.
Yes,
you
the
understand.
stigma.
They came back. Some
Yeah.
of them and some. I heard that some said it's better to stay where they are because when you come back, you'll be stigmatized. You understand? This is really sad, and you can see how this
Seriously.
one just got back with 3 children.
But
She
but Yeah.
pregnant with three children. So you can imagine,
Imagine.
see what our society, this is a clear
Ah,
example of the society failing these children. These girls were innocent girls in school.
But
Like,
blessing,
Yeah.
the question is, what are these people actually fighting? I remember gone are the days where if they are fighting, they will spare women, they will spare pregnant women, children, maybe they will just kill the male and all of that. But this time around, they even adopt pregnant women. What is actually happening? We need to know what is their cause for this fight, because it's not just going to attack them. They should know the root cause, because they will not stop. They
then
rescue them today, tomorrow they will still
uh,
adopt them.
of course, we saw that last month. It was the Kaduna kidnap and all of that.
You hear
You
Kaduna this, Borno this,
so
like it's not funny.
it's not
Security
this
is not guaranteed at all in the north.
this it's not just in the north. Security is not guaranteed in Nigeria. When you say the north, it looks like it's happening just in the north. It's happening
Ah,
everywhere. It's happening around
Yes.
Nigeria. You can we're
Yeah,
here the
yeah.
other day.
everywhere.
Gone are those days
Everywhere.
where we used to say it was only the north. Now
Yeah,
everywhere is under
Everywhere.
siege.
Even your house alone,
The,
you are not
the whole
guaranteed of
country
safety.
is under siege. It is under attack.
people have been kidnapped in the FCT here. People have been kidnapped. Some students were kidnapped in Calabar hostel in
yeah, yeah.
school. You understand? People have been kidnapped in the south, in the east and west. So it's a national problem. It's not just happening in the north. Now that this girl has been rescued and brought back, what becomes of her?
What's the
What
next
becomes
step?
of a young girl who her innocence was taken away from her, who now has three children and is now pregnant? What I just want you to put yourself in her shoes and just feel it. Feel the way I really feel sad. This is really pathetic that
It's
just these were just young girls,
Young
little
girls.
girls. 10 years later, she has three children and is heavily pregnant. What becomes of her?
It's sad.
You can't separate her now from, because these are her children. This is her blood. What now becomes of her? Where does she go from here? She needs, and
Where does she
this
begin
young
from?
girl, she needs rehabilitation. She needs, like, she has, if you ask her, I know she has lost hope in the society. The society has failed her. All she wanted to do was to go to school. And what have
yeah.
you? She's now a mother of three, and next one is on the way already. I think we need to take this insecurity issue very seriously. And I asked again, you know, the last time they said about 200 and something people were kidnapped. I said, human beings are not grains of rice or maize that you put in a bag and you move with, and no one knows where
Yeah.
you're going. You can't pack people in a
Yeah.
bag in a sack. Do you understand? You
Yeah.
say you 200 and something people, it means you carry these people in a car in a van. Where did you pass? Are there no security personnel in these places? This,
Checkpoints. Are they not checkpoints?
these are
Exactly.
the
Are they not
questions
checkpoints?
that go through my mind every day, and I don't have answers to them. If you have answers to them, please help me, because I don't understand how you pack people like grains of rice or maize or something like sand, and you move. We're not talking one person, we're not talking two people, we're talking people in their hundreds, and you take them and you leave and you're not caught. How does it happen? Are they just bushes everywhere? And I don't get it. I don't understand. How do they move that they don't even? There's no. When these people take these people and these children and they move, is there no follow up?
No
Is no
alarm. No cause.
no
Nobody's
alarm?
raising alarm.
How does it happen really? I'm really confused. How does this kidnap happen? How does it work? I'm really confused. It's really confusing and it's really sad. We hope that the government, the state and federal government really do something for this young woman who has just been rescued. She needs to be taken care of. It shouldn't be that she has been brought back to just stay in her house. She's going to suffer with three children. She's going to suffer. It's not easy raising three children and number four on the way.
We have
So
one
they
on
need
the way.
to take care of her. Yes, she needs to be taken care of. They need to really, and then I think we really need to sanitize our society. Now
But
people are
after rescuing these girls, let me ask a question, because I think last week or so about a number of them were also rescued. We saw on the paper. After rescuing these girls, where do they go to? Because they are, I don't know, most of them, their parents might have died and all of that. So where do they take them to after rescuing them?
I think
Where is
they
the
return
first place?
back
Where do
home.
they take them? Home, which
Home.
home?
Exactly. Which home?
Their father's houses. Yeah, that's what I think.
So, like, they're supposed to take them to a rehabilitation center first.
Exactly. That's the first place
That's
they
the
should
first
go.
place.
That's the
Yes,
very first.
I would do a research on it, because where do they
yes,
go to? They shouldn't
they
just
take
go
them
home.
to a rehabilitation center, but you know Nigerians now, they are not consistent. But that's what they do.
They do that.
Yeah.
I'll do my findings on that. But I was saying that we need to really sanitize our society. Now, people have been in captivity, they were taken, it was not their free will to go out, and they come back and you're insulting them. You're looking at them like they are outcasts, you're treating them differently. Why? The question is, why are you treating them differently? Why are you treating them differently?
Oh, is it possible?
This is the Ogun Akwa 25 vans mans Lagos Ibadan expressway with drones. Please. I don't know. You see, most times I've become so disappointed in how we manage things in this country. No, yesterday you and I were passing by. Rebecca and I yesterday when we closed from work, we're passing by the stadium,
Yeah.
and it was looking deserted. And she was like, "Oh," I was telling her that this was where the
In the
the
match
the
between
super,
South.
yes, the
Yeah.
Super Falcons had the match. And no, she said it was not looking good. I was like, yes, we have a we have a very poor maintenance culture in Nigeria. You see this building
Yeah.
today is looking very fine, and you come back 2 years later, everything is not working, this and that and that. It's not working. Now, yes, I want to celebrate that drones have been, at least there are drones on that road, but how long? Is
For
this
how
going to
long?
be just 1 month, and next month you hear that one kid did not work, or one this thing, or people, there are just people there who personalize these things and steal them. There are people in charge that will
Yes.
You're
steal
not even going
people.
to hear about the issue again.
Yes, they will just steal it and you will not hear it. No, when it's fresh everywhere, oh, they are drones. But there are people,
Yeah.
they are waiting to just steal these things, just kill. It's not like see, there are so many good things that have happened in Nigeria that if they were maintained, we would have been somewhere, not here.
I think they lack the ability to, maintain after
Yes,
it has been put in
when
place.
you put something in a building, when you how do you, if you go to our secretariats these days, you go to, you just see like government properties just
Anything that is just government property is just like essence
dictate.
of
I'm
days.
telling you, and then Nigeria, how can you don't take care of, you just say, see, our society needs, we need to purge our society of some of these things. You go to a government office and they're just treating things, and then I say, no, no be my own, na government property. So government property no suppose dey well, e no suppose fine, like you're supposed to take care of this thing like your own, right? I can't come to this office and just vandalize these chairs or just keep things anyhow because it's not my own. It does not tell where, it goes a long way to tell you how evil minded human beings are. Because if you cannot take care of that little office where you are, take care of your space, make sure things are, then what exactly are you preaching? People who are in charge, I know that the government release, they write budget for all these things to maintain all these things, but they divert these funds, they don't use them for it.
That is the problem.
I don't know if
That is actually the
some, if
problem.
we will stop all these social studies we are doing in school and intro tech and all these things we are doing, and teach morals and values in school, I think it will help us. Because I don't think at home we are not even doing enough. that young foolish woman has grown to become old. It's not every old person that has sense. Young foolish people have become old, and
Yes.
the society is decaying, really. I'll say it again. I said it yesterday. Princess Princess tackled me that I was saying that our society will have a decaying society. Yes, it is decaying. It is decaying. If we don't take care of government property, if you're in that office, funds have been released for renovation and all of that, and you don't do it.
Blessing, I think in Nigeria, it's only in Nigeria that you see that they feel anything that is for the government should not be treated properly or should not be done properly. That's why you see those politicians that are not really concerned because it's government property. But you see private individuals coming out to do
Yeah,
things in a very good manner. It's actually a show of shame. If the government property cannot be kept, cannot be constructed or built properly, you go abroad and you see something that is supposed to be owned by the government very very
of
nice,
course.
and then they don't imitate it at all.
No, they don't see. I think they turn a blind eye to the development that they go and see. They don't look at them. They don't see. They don't. If our politicians were traveling to look at the changes they see out there and bring something back home and implement it, we would have been
Far.
5 or 10 steps ahead of where we are now. But they don't. They don't. There's another story by the bottom here. It's in red. It says 16 killed as Borno post runs over ice swap explosives.
Listen, actually whenever I hear Bruno I just feel bomb, or like as of then, like it's not funny. Every time Borno this, Maiduguri that, won't there be peace?
So you see 16 people every day in Nigeria. See, that is just small that the papers carried. Every day in Nigeria there is one death or the other. There is no way. There is no way you wake up in this country. Yesterday was Benue.
Ah,
Today it's Borno. Where will it happen tomorrow?
we don't
Every
know.
day there are deaths recorded in this country. Deaths that could have been avoided. We're not saying, of course, everybody will die. Everybody will surely die. But there are some deaths that can be avoided. So some of these deaths that can be avoided are the deaths that we are particular about. There's some of these deaths that can be avoided. Let us do better in this country. Let us please do better. Um, let's go straight to the Guardian. I'll be taking the Guardian. Let's see what the Guardian, if they are guiding us right. I actually do love the Guardian. Yes, so the big story here says living on war front. Borno residents on the edge, tiptoeing on active landmines, IEDs. We're seeing there's a breakdown here saying between 2016 and February 2023, 2,468 people were injured, including 1,478 civilians, 1,490 including 842 civilians were killed as a result of explosive ordnance. This data is coming from United Nations Mine Action Service, that is the UNMAS. We have NCS hands over 1.7 billion naira worth of seized fake drugs to NAFDAC. This is on Metro page 8. Police invite Akpata, Edo LP chairman over Uniben violence and shooting. This is on News page 28. Over 6,000 illicit weapons recovered nationwide in 3 years. This is on News page 28. Kano APC accuses presidency of sabotaging Ganduje as ex-governor gets reprieve. World Bank: rising inflation, weak earnings push 10 million Nigerians into poverty in 2023. This is on News page 6. EFCC declares Bello wanted over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud. We have PDP NEC retains Damagum, asks Tinubu to rigid economic team. This is on News Page 6. Obiano loses bid to stop 4 billion naira fraud trial. This is on News Page 7. Um, we have something here by the corner. We have in over 13 years of conflict, the use of IEDs, mostly planted by non-staff armed groups, NSAGS, has resulted in numerous deaths and severe injuries to civilians, hindered access to basic social services and socio-economic activities, hampered safe return of IDPs and refugees, as well as the free movement of host community members. Hmm, that's all for the Guardian. This is sad. Hello, Edu, are you there?
Yes, we
Yes,
are
we
here.
are.
What do you have to say about this big story?
Uh,
Wow.
drones in Borno State. Hmm. Well, I don't know. Every time I come up and we talk about the newspaper, one thing or the other makes me sad. Landmines in Borno. Ah, where did they come from? First of all, that's the question I want to pose. Where did the landmines come from? Can you hear me, Abuja?
Yes,
We
yes,
can.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So where did they come from? Do you know anything about the origin of the landmines?
No, no, no. When they're saying land mines, right? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
You know this
That
land
these
mine.
are like bombs that are like buried on the ground now, right?
Yes, yes,
That if
yes,
you
yes,
step on them, then it explodes.
yes, yes, yes. You can
Okay, so
see the side story there's just explaining further of what happens, right? Can you see it?
yes, people injured because of these landmines. Yes, I can.
You can
So
see
I'm
it.
saying, where are they coming from? They are active in Borno State, right? These landmines are active in Borno State.
Yes. You know
Okay,
they
so
they
where
are
are they
they are
coming from? I know, yeah, I know
they are
it is
not
always
placed.
like
Yes,
go on,
they are
please.
placed below. I don't know the reason. I'm trying to just get like a hold of the story, right? I don't know.
Okay.
They are placed the surface just behind the surface of the earth. I don't know why they place them. Why do they place them? Like they know that these things they place them there to explode when vehicles come over them, right? Why do they do
Yes,
it? That's I have the same question with you really. Why do they do this?
Because I
I
know
I
when
know
you
that
do
they
stuff
do
like
it
that, it's
like,
because of war.
yeah,
When they are going for
exactly,
battles, that's
exactly,
when
exactly.
what
So when the other their
their enemies or
enemy
whatever are
comes,
coming,
and I know it is military, it's a military tool, it is what
yes,
they use. But why will you
for
place it
battles.
where residents are, where you
If
know that
people
there's
pass,
is there
People,
any war?
civilians are living
Exactly,
there.
there's no war going on in
That's the
Borno State.
question
Do
you
we
should
know of
try
any
to
I don't
war?
know. Do
answer.
you know?
I don't know of any war going on in Borno State right now. So
So
why are these
yeah,
landmines?
you see, these are the issues. Now you place landmines where people, civilians, are going to pass. Now the question right now is, I think the problem right now is they don't know when it's going to be civilians or when it's going to be terrorists that will pass. Do you understand? How do you
Yes.
differentiate that at this time terrorists will pass, at this time civilians will pass? Do you understand? People that are not
Yeah.
yeah,
armed. How do you do this? How do you and they said the story here says it's placed by non-state let me look at it, non-state
non-state armed
armed
groups.
groups. Yes. So they come, it's not like they are resident there, they come there and they place these things and it kills those people there. Why do of course we are fighting insecurity. Is there
So
no
the
other
And I
residents
know
should
that,
prevent them
yeah,
from
and I
coming.
know that these
They
landmines,
actually have a
when they
motive.
usually put, because I've seen it in movies, when they usually place them on the floor, there is always a
yes,
red flag there.
yes,
Exactly where the landmine is, there is always a flag to indicate that there's a landmine here, beware of danger.
Now,
Always a
the
flag.
problem is if they place a flag there and the
Then the
attackers
terrorists will
come,
not pass.
the
They won't.
terrorists will not pass there. Now I think they are placing this
Yeah.
thing so that
Okay.
terrorists will pass and die. But terrorists are smarter than this. They don't pass there. So we need to do if
Yeah.
this
Okay.
system
Is
is
Okay.
there no
civilian.
other alternative for the landmines?
Or I
They
don't know,
should
make it
be
a restricted areas to
Exactly. Make
civilians.
it a restricted area to civilians.
But that's where they
Yes.
have to pass now. What
they
should
have to
they do?
pass.
Are you not seeing they said hamper safe return of IDPs and refugees as well as the free movement of host community. This thing is inside the community. That is, you don't even
Ha.
know where this thing is. You can just be going around your community and
So
bam.
this one is Operation Sit at Home.
Operation.
And
Stay in your house.
Operation. Stay in your
giving
house.
them their basic social
If the
amenities
people
and
are
giving them
afraid,
a
if
major
the people
problem.
are afraid to move about, if the people are afraid to, if they can't go about their daily business, then I don't know. It's not a form of security. You're not securing them. They can't go about their daily business. They keep
Yes.
tiptoeing about, and they get injured if they
Killed.
killed if they step on this
I mean,
landmine. So you are not doing them any good. You are doing them
What
more harm
another
than
form
good
of
because they
protest?
are losing their people, and it's not even
Yes,
war. You are killing them.
they should find
and if
another means
people,
to.
yeah,
That's what I was saying. An
if people
alternative.
cannot access basic needs, their basic needs because of these landmines, then why?
Then there is no use for it
They should
now.
find alternative means to
Yes,
You are doing
securing.
them more harm than good.
Yeah.
yes, they should. By all means, they should because the report here, the if you see the number is outrageous.
If a solution
Sadly.
comes to see like put people into problem, then that solution is instead a problem, not a solution. If you ask me.
Now, you see people that needs to be looked into. The government needs to do something. The head of the security operatives need to do something. They need to look for another means of if you want to secure the people. It shouldn't be that the people, the community, the host community are dying. It should be that the terrorists, you are looking at how they can be saved. Not in your community you can't access water, you can't access health and all of that because you are afraid
Yeah.
that this I
Yes.
might go out and not
Getting
come
killed.
back up. I might go out and I'll be injured. Please, it needs to
Yeah.
be looked into.
Now
And
they are
this,
not even afraid of the terrorists coming now. They are afraid of
yes,
the
Landmines.
landmines.
What is meant
yes,
to protect them, they are not
Yeah.
afraid of it.
So
It doesn't
yes.
work.
And this NCS hands over 1.7 billion naira worth of seized fake drugs to NAFDAC. You see, when that's now, this is where we will say that people should desist. Before we talk about this, people should desist from self-medication. If you're sick, please go to the hospital, get yourself checked,
Checked.
buy from approved pharmacies. And these days there are codes when you buy drugs. There are codes that you can send to ascertain that, oh, this what I'm taking is okay.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine there are people who bought paracetamol, they took it and they became mentally deranged because what they were taking, sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
it's passed out.
paracetamol is a brand, right? Sorry, I'm not talking about paracetamol. That was yes. I don't mean it is bad, please. There are people who bought drugs, yes, and they took them, and it resulted to something else. You can imagine the number of fake drugs, like the amount. When we say 1.7 billion naira, that's not chicken change.
It's not.
That's
That
a
is not.
whole lot.
Yes, and this is just the ones they found. What of the ones they did not get?
It's
You know,
actually very
Nigerians say once it comes to self-medication,
we
Nigerians
are
are
not
pro.
about our health
Down
actually.
to
But when
headache.
we see
We
someone
treat, we
having
believe
headache, we
that
say, "Mama, you say, abeg,
Everybody is like
everybody
there
is
is a
a
medical doctor.
doctor,
Like
everybody is a
once you
nurse
are feeling
in
symptoms of malaria, you
Nigeria.
just say that malaria. You are not
With
even sure if that's wrong
everything
with
is
you.
malaria
Like
in Nigeria.
exactly.
Everything
You
is
know.
fever, everything is malaria.
So
Even in buses, there are these buses. Mostly I've seen it mostly in Lagos. People will just enter Abuja. Can you hear us? I think they're having issues with network. Even in buses in Lagos, you see these people, they will enter inside bus, they will start selling drugs. We don't know the origin of the drugs. where they came from, the producer, the manufacturer. The drugs can cure about
One
one
ten ten drop
thousand
10 units.
1,000 illness. And you see these people buying these drugs without knowing the origin of these drugs, without knowing at all the
And
origin
another
of these
issue,
drugs.
if those persons, those chemists persons or pharmacists tell you go and bring a prescription, I think it will be much better. We will not sell for you without a prescription. So
Exactly.
everybody will have to go for tests,
Exactly.
go to the hospital, get your prescription before you buy your drugs. But whereby no prescription, you just go, give me give me this drug, give me this drug, give me this drug, and you go. It's really bad.
At the end of the day,
You are causing
people,
more harm for
exactly,
yourself.
more harm than good.
Yeah.
Imagine
So it's,
how many fake drugs we do get.
imagine.
Like, it is really alarming, seriously.
So
And
alarming.
the NAFDAC, they need to do better at tracing these drugs.
Yeah.
Some of them, how do we even know that the NAFDAC is real? The NAFDAC
number.
yes. How do we know it is real?
Because
They
we
need
can do a whole lot for money. Just
we
to get
can
money.
do a whole
We
lot.
can go the extreme
Exactly,
mile to
Nigerians,
just-
we can do a whole lot,
Ah.
and we are very intelligent people.
You can say that again.
So how do we know these drugs are real? How do we
Yeah.
really know they are real? How do we know they are really NAFDAC approved?
Because
How do
now
we know that?
they just do crazy stuff. So even when you scan the code.
Okay, I think Abuja is having a bit of network issue, and we are battling with network issue too. But I hope Abuja will be able to join us back in a short while. So before they do, I think we should look at something else on the paper, which is we're seeing this
Punch.
on Punch just now, where they say Bello should not leave the country. Now they are making it clear on the Guardian, saying EFCC declares Bello wanted over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud.
That's
80.2 billion
that's
naira
a lot.
fraud. Wow.
That is a lot. I mean,
80.
man. Yo, man.
Wait, but what are you doing with so much money? Like, we are not saying he's guilty. Do not quote us wrong. He has been
It's just wanted.
exactly
by
just
the
wanted.
FCC.
But if someone has that kind of money, what do you do with it? If you had that kind of money, what will you do with it? Your generation will not suffer.
My unborn children, my children's children, boy, it's crazy, man. It's just really crazy.
80.2 billion naira. Just if one person has that, like just one person, and there's still so much suffering.
And we
all of
say
that.
Nigeria, and we say we don't like
There's no
country-
money in the
yeah.
country.
But where are they getting these ones from?
I will always say Nigeria is a blessed nation.
We are blessed.
It is Canaan land, flowing with milk and honey.
Yes.
Seriously,
I
it is
second
just
that.
it is just that we need people that will help grow this milk and
The
honey.
right people.
The right people
people.
that will help channel these things, that will help refine this milk and honey, that will help shuffle it, that every man gets it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
It is not the language of the poor and the rich alone. Everybody is part of
Yeah.
it. Everybody. Okay, Abuja, you are back
Welcome
here
back.
with us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a bit of network issue. Yeah, so
Okay.
we talked
You
about
you said you
the
didn't get what you said about the drugs. You didn't get you.
yeah, we talked about it already, and we said that even these NAFDACs, how do we know that it is really NAFDAC approved? I said there's this bus that, like, almost all the buses in Lagos, once you enter in mainland, almost all the buses, then you see, even in Benin here, it happens most of the time, shuttle buses.
Okay.
You understand? You see these people that will enter and they will start selling drugs inside the buses. These drugs, it can cure
I think that's more of
8,000
those herbal drugs.
and herbal drugs. They also sell tablet drugs.
Okay.
They also do that also. Mostly in Lagos, they sell tablet drugs. They tell you it can do this, it can do that, do 1,000, cure 1,000 illness and all of that. So even some of them will even still have NAFDAC numbers. how do we know they are really NAFDAC numbers? How do we know? Because there's
See,
nothing we cannot do.
it's not by the that's how it's not by now that number. Anybody can sit somewhere. Just fake wine. You know, one time it was a wine thing. I don't know if was it this year or last year that they were discovering fake drinks
I think
somewhere
it
in
was
the
early
east,
this year.
right? I think before
Yeah,
Christmas or
fake
before
drinks, fake
Yes,
drinks,
yes,
those
yes,
soft
yes,
drinks,
yes,
those drinks have that number. So
those
yes.
soft drinks.
these people they do their things. They place them. They can write
The
anything
same,
and then
and funny enough, the
yes, you can.
same can, the same label, everything. So
Nigerians are
how then
intelligent
can you
people.
differentiate? Okay, this is the real one and this is the fake one.
We're intelligent people. It's just that we channel
Like
our intelligence, channel our energy to doing the
Into
wrong
bad
things.
things.
That is just it. We channel it into doing the wrong thing, into doing bad things. If not, we are very intelligent people.
Even the drugs, most of them they buy and they think it's the real one.
And they work.
The same
Surprisingly.
the same cover, the everything is the same,
They work.
but it's
see,
fake.
It's just it's fake. It's sad.
even if they work, you can't compare fake with original. Now, I was talking about these codes.
It's
Yes.
just a
One, I
matter of
always
time. It's just a matter of
and it
time.
We always have
Then
side
yeah, the
effects.
side effect.
There will
you
always
see
be
the
side
side
effects.
effect.
Yeah.
Now there are codes. There are most of this medication these days. I think NAFDAC is trying. They're trying. There are codes that you can actually. Most times, people don't even. We don't even scratch it. You just buy it. You don't even take your time to just
We
send
don't have
that
that
code.
patience.
Once you buy, you just
Once you
That's
open.
buy,
not
you
patient.
drink. We don't have that patience to start scratching codes.
But
Ah,
again, life is precious. You don't live twice. Once you die, once you are gone, you are gone. Now, if this, that's why we have so many cases of you have kidney disease, we have liver, we have this because these things that we're taking in bad medications and we don't know.
Yeah.
Please,
And at times they don't even read what is written on those drugs. You know, there is a say in
Yeah.
Nigeria, in Africa generally, if you want to hide anything, put it in writing. We hate to read and it
Yeah.
affecting us.
yes,
You need to check what is written on anything that you've bought. At times it's expired, but you won't know because you have
you
failed to
know.
read and check the expiry dates.
yes.
We need to be
we
checking that.
really
It's
we
very
really
important.
really we need to pay more attention to what to what we are taking in because whatever you take in is what you will get, it's what you will see, it's what will help your productivity. Okay, let's move swiftly. This
Yeah.
story about over 6,000 illicit weapons recovered nationwide in 3 years. Where are these weapons coming from? Now, yesterday I was talking about our police having hunters gun. That before they shoot one time, they receive like 4 AK-47. Yes. The people who are supposed to have these weapons, they are not having them. It's criminals that have them. They smuggle these weapons and it's
Yes.
sad. It's sad. Those who need these weapons now, you can't confidently call the police. I'm sorry, respect to the Nigerian police, but you can't confidently call them in a shootout that this there's a shootout, an exchange happening here. Police come. And typical policeman will ask you, what should is it my hand? Is it this top tool that I had that I will use to exchange bullets with armed robbers? Is it this hunter's gun? That truly, I see some
They
very
wait
funny
till they
looking
are done,
guns
they
with them.
come with their bad things.
They are really not. That is not so. Where the people who are
They are
supposed to
not
have this,
properly equipped.
they
That's the
are
word.
not.
They are not properly
They
equipped.
are not. They are not at all. And then they are seizing weapons from who? Criminals. The government, if criminals can have weapons, sophisticated
Why
weapons,
can't the
it
government have?
means our Nigerian police can have them.
Yes.
And
And they can have
yes,
much better.
really, really, really. Rebecca,
There is this
you
story
want
here.
there's a story that you want to talk about.
Yes.
Okay.
World Bank. Rising inflation.
What a good job. Your network is bad.
Abuja, are you with us? Okay, I believe their network is poor again.
Very good.
Okay, I think the story here she wanted to talk about was World Bank rising inflation, weak earnings push 10 million Nigerians into poverty in 2023.
10 million Nigerians.
10 million Nigerians into poverty.
That was last year.
Yeah, that was last year. And the inflation was rising. It has been rising from last year.
Non-stop.
It has been rising from 2023. It now entered 2024.
And
You
it's not
understand?
doubled. The
Uh-huh.
rising not doubled.
I'm not sure this is the same figure in 2024. It would have increased. It
Keep
is no
what?
longer 10 million. It would have increased. I don't know what Rebecca had to say about this. I think maybe for her talking, for her choosing this news, she has
wanted
something. There's something she wanted to say about it.
Yeah.
But it is really, really sad. There was a time, I think last month, it was no longer inflation, it was hyperinflation when we didn't know what will happen in the next 1 hour. We
Like,
didn't know what will happen in the
then
next
they'll tell
5 minutes.
you once you're buying something and the person is receiving call, just buy first before
Exactly.
because they are
Do
like,
you know that
it was so terrible. It was
it
so
was
terrible.
beyond terrible. My
Man.
pastor said he bought chairs, these red banquet chairs.
Okay.
He bought them at the rate of 12,000 naira a week before. So the next week he was going to buy another set. Then he called the vendor, and the person told him it was now I think about 12,005 thereabout. Said okay. Then he said he sent the money. Like oh, did he send the money? I don't think he did that. I don't think he sent the money immediately.
Okay.
So he said like he made that call by, let's say, 10 in the morning.
Okay.
Then he said at about 12, he called the vendor that he was coming to pick the chairs. That he had already sent the money. That he had just sent the money for
The chairs.
for the chairs. He said the vendor told him that it is no longer 12,500.
Okay.
It is now 14,000 naira.
6, 12 to 14.
12,500 to 14,000 in the
In space of how many hours?
just, I think, about 2 hours or so. If it was even up to
Crazy.
2 hours.
It's very crazy.
High, like the inflation was. Everybody was. I think at the point everybody was thinking they were going to die.
Because you go to the market today to buy something, probably 1,000. Then you go tomorrow, it's like 3,000. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Welcome
Okay,
back.
Abuja, you're here with us now.
Yes.
Okay, so Rebecca, we were just talking about what you wanted to read, the inflation you wanted to read.
Inflation.
The rising inflation. We're just talking about it before you came. I know that maybe there's something particular about that. That's why you wanted to read that towards this one. So you carry on with it.
Yes, actually, I said the inflation
Can you hear
level
us?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
we
hear you.
can.
Like the inflation level now, let's talk about food here. The hike in food prices, it's actually not funny. Like where I am coming from now, like in our state in Benue, we are the food basket of the nation. Even the attire I'm putting on, this is called ange, the black and white ange, is one of our traditional attires. White here signifies peace and black signifies the fertility of the soil. But where is the peace in our state right now? It's not guaranteed. Our land is fertile, but where are the people that are supposed to be farming? They are right there at IDP camps because of what? Their farms are being taken away by those herdsmen that are supposed to be farming and producing food for consumption and as well selling for the masses to buy and then for the country at large. But they are out there in IDP begging for food, begging for shelter. It's really not funny. The government needs to do something about this for these people to return to their ancestral homes so that they can farm. You know, the decree said there is nothing that will make terrorists or people to fight in a place if there is no significance in that particular place.
Yeah.
They have seen the fertility of the soil and that's why they are fighting there. It's actually not funny. We used to, in fact, we are the food basket of the nation and we are supposed to be producing food not just for the states but for the nations, right? But right now food is very very expensive in my state. Gone are the days where you say let me go to Benue and buy food, like let me go to Benue, let somebody give me food. It's no longer like that again o. It's expensive, it's very very expensive because those people that are producing food, they are the ones begging for food now. So how won't food be expensive?
You understand?
It's real.
And you see that apart from that, he said he pushes 10 million Nigerians into poverty. I think 10 million, that statistic is small. Not just 10
Yeah,
million. Not
Yes,
it's not
that's what we
more.
said before. We said
That
it
was
has
for
increased.
that was for last year.
It has increased. That was just for last year because it said weak earnings pushed 10 million Nigerians into poverty in 2023, and we have had like the inflation increase again in
Double.
2024 this year. So that figure is no longer correct. It's no longer it. Abuja, are you still with us?
I
Okay.
think their network is very terrible.
Yeah, the network is very terrible this morning. I think both in Abuja and here in Benin also.
Yeah,
We have
we'll
been
just
struggling to
stay on the show.
stay on the show. So okay, before we have Abuja back on the show, let's what other things do we have on the Guardian this morning? I think Guardian is celebrating their 40 years anniversary, if I'm seeing it correctly. I think so.
Okay,
There's a
yeah.
40 years
Anniversary, yeah.
anniversary on their newspaper. So I think they are turning for they've turned 40, and
That's
congratulations to Guardian.
congrats.
And thank you for always giving us premium
And
news.
guiding us,
Yeah,
like you said.
thank you for always guiding us. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think that's that on the Guardian. So let's move to other papers this morning so we can have more papers than maybe if Abuja comes back and they still want to highlight something on the Guardian,
We
we
can
can
go back.
we can move back. So what paper should we be taking next?
Okay, let's see.
I think there's a paper particular to me this morning where I saw
Yeah.
UTME. Okay, yes, that's the Vanguard. The
Okay.
Vanguard. Okay, you take that Vanguard for us now.
Okay. Okay. On the Vanguard says agitation for Yoruba Nation laughable as DHQ. Then over 1,000 students, educators adopted, killed in Nigeria. That's coming from UNICEF. Then Wike triumphs as PDP NEC endorses Damangu lead NWC. I think that's on page 5. Then the big news says Tinubu's government hasn't borrowed from CBN, says Edu. I think that's the new CBN governor. I think so.
Okay, Abuja, are you here with us?
Yes,
Okay, so we moved on to Vanguard. I don't know if there's something else you want to say on Guardian this morning. It seems the network is really poor this morning. Can you hear us? Oh, I think
Should
we
I
lost them
continue?
again. So let's continue with the Vanguard.
Okay, on the right hand side, we have jam to arrest parents seen at CBT centers.
Yeah, that news is very particular to me.
Yeah, then APC court hot Gandu, Ganduji suspension. Then here we have federal government places as Kogi governor Yahya Bello on watch list. This guy is everywhere. Then federal government pays 3.2 trillion naira as subsidy if tariff hike is reversed. That's NERC. That's on page 4. Crop production. Oil Minister CDS vows to curb oil theft in Niger Delta. That's on page 6. Then we have here um, Crystal Palace set eyes on Lookman to beef up squad. That's spot on page 29. Then we have here Unwi Laku. Sorry if I'm spelling your name, please. Owe Lakefa. I don't know if that's correct. The powerful countries using Israel as a hunter's dog also have a duty to put it on a leash so it does not constitute a danger to society. I think that's all
That's all we have on the
on
Vanguard
on the Vanguard.
this morning.
So
Okay, the big news saying Tinubu government hasn't borrowed from CBN, says Edo. Well, I
what
think
can you say about
that's a
that?
good one. It's a good one for
Okay.
them having not borrowed. We are yet to borrow. That's a good one.
Okay.
The government is here to borrow. I think it's good. It's a good news. At least even
Let's
with the whole hike, with the whole so many things going on in the country, and I've been disciplined enough not to borrow yet.
okay.
Well,
I
I
think
don't know it, but let me add the yet. We have not
okay. I
borrowed
think
yet.
there's one here. It says ways and means to be pinned down to deal with liquidity. Authorities complement. Okay, no. Artificial monetary
Authority.
authorities complementing each other to bring inflation down. Discloses governments borrow less and focus more on domestic resources
Mobilization.
mobilization.
Yeah, I think that's good. When a country borrows less and they try to
It's a way
produce,
forward.
work on production and all of that, there's a way forward. We at least we know we are not owing so much money. You
Again.
understand?
But
Not that you are trying
we
to.
are still owing.
Well, it's not. It's not Tinubu that caused those ones.
Okay.
His own government has not borrowed. Please, let's
Okay,
be
okay,
guided.
okay, all right.
So knowing that we don't have so much money to pay back, no, there's this peace of mind I always have when, despite times when I don't have money, but I will know that I'm not owing anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
There's this.
There's this peace you feel.
Yeah.
You don't have money, oh, but if you think, who am I owing? You're not owing anybody. There's this peace of mind you get. You understand? So any money that comes in, you are knowing
Yes, for
that it
yourself.
is not going out.
Yeah.
You're not using to suit any like bill that
Debts.
any debt that outstanding debt or something.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think that's a good one. That's a good one. We should not borrow. Let's try and curb this food insecurity, everything. Let's try with our part. I think if we, as Daddy Chris will say, if we focus on production, if we focus on exportation, if rather than importing. I think there's a part of the newspaper this morning. I don't know what paper is that. Maybe we'll be saying that as we go by. That said that although Nigerian produces egg, that's egg. We
Egg.
have, yes, egg. We have
Okay.
layers and all of that.
Okay.
About thousands of egg every year. We still import. We still go buy I think eggshells. I don't know what they called it, something like that. But I think it's a material from egg shaft. You get,
Production.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So I think if we start exporting, if we start producing more, I think that will be good for our economy instead of borrowing and all of that. And this news that caught my attention this morning,
Jam.
that jam to arrest parents seen at CBT centers.
Okay.
Well, I was passing a CBT center this morning, and there was no police arresting the parents I saw there.
And parents were there.
And there were a couple of parents there. But mind you, there's something. As I was inside the bus and we were going, there was this guy inside the bus, and he said he just lamented. He said, because there were so many students on the way, like on the road, trying to
Okay.
wait for their turn to write and all that. The guy lamented. He said after all this, after these children writing this exam and all of that, at the end of the day, they will graduate and there will be no job employment for them. He said it so bitterly. He said it so bitterly, and it caught my attention. Um, these people, year after year, thousands of students are admitted to the university. A lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
they are admitted to the university year after year. And those days, I believe it used to be a big deal. It used to be a thing of joy. It used to be a thing that people will look up to, like, oh, I'm going to school. You understand?
Look forward to.
Yeah, they look forward to it. They strive hard for it. It's something
Yeah.
they strive hard for it. But now even the system is not
Corrupt, it's
working.
damaged.
Even the jam system is not working. You see a student, they will say they didn't even get the chance to write or something, and they will still come out with scores that are like, I'm like, oh wow, like how? Even the person will be surprised. They'll be like, I didn't get time to write or anything. And there are some people that we burn the midnight candle, do all of that. At the end of the day, they will still, their score will come out and be like, no, this is
After
not
all
this
the
is
effort,
after all the effort.
that I
It will look
say.
like it is not worth it and all of that. I don't know. But we need to do something about this. Our educational sector, it is dying, it is decaying. There are so many things going on, even in different universities today. Our students, they will finish from school. What does the country have for them? Will they have to go? They will have to start again from the scratch.
Any skill or
You understand?
something.
For those of them that do not have skill before, they have to start again from the scratch. Like that is when they say it is now life begins.
Yes.
It is now you know life. So what have I been doing since? I've not been living life. Are you serious? So are you saying those are wasted years? You understand? So I think the system should help us. It should not
But
fail us
why
anymore.
exactly now do they say they want to arrest parents? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. There's nothing that
Because parents there, they are there to support their
Yeah,
kids.
moral support.
Yeah, I mean, so I really don't know
Yes,
this
yes.
is when
So
I
many
saw
years
it, I
of
was
jam. We have always seen parents
yeah
going
taking their
take,
kids
exactly to the centers.
waiting for them to finish
Yes.
and
So
taking
I
them
don't
back
see
home.
any
So
reason why parents are on their own. Sometimes the parents are even locked outside the gate.
sitting on the floor.
Exactly.
So
Even some centers that have mercy enough, they will put up canopies
okay
for the parents to sit.
there.
But there are some, they will lock you outside the gate.
You sit on the
You
floor.
will wait outside for
under
how
the
many
sun,
hours
waiting for your kids to come out, and now
to
you say
finish.
you
So
want
you
to
say you want to
arrest
arrest any parent seen on the site.
CBT centers.
How does
Are
that
they writing for their kids?
how does
I
that
don't
add
know.
up? They're not even allowed inside the building.
So I don't
So
understand.
how does it add up?
I really don't understand.
How
But
does it add up? It does not add up.
it does not. So like I said,
So
I
you
don't
just go
understand.
about picking parents that are waiting for their
Supporting
children,
their kids.
giving moral support.
So I don't.
So
really
I will come out
understand.
from CBT center. I said I've arrested my mother
Oh gosh.
for coming to stand for me at the CBT
I mean,
center. And mind you, there was a news going about. I would like to share about this UTM jam and all of that.
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok where they were saying that this jam, they to access
Portal.
your yes your jam portal.
Yeah.
So it said there are two links now that are going about. One is the official link, the accredited link,
Okay.
and the other one is a fake link
Okay.
that was set up by God knows who. He said they have been arresting people because they will use this link. These people that if you click on the wrong link, the fake one, then it takes you on and on and on. It will have you log in all your details, your emails, your password, and all of that. Then on the other end, people that are at the back end, they will take those details and they will start using them for fraud.
Imagine.
You understand? And when the police starts looking for these people, they can't trace them. They will trace them back to you. So that was the news that I've been seeing going around.
That's
so
bad.
mind you, students that are preparing for jam or jam has already started today,
Yeah.
and I'm wishing
Success.
to all the students that are writing jam today. So mind you, students that are going to be checking their results, accessing their jam portal. They said the accredited portal, the right one is the one that comes with I think HTTP hash government something. It always has a government on it, and it will take you directly to your portal. But the fake one, that one will tell you
put in this.
put in log in your details, and it will tell you to share to 5 of your WhatsApp contacts.
I mean,
Take you
doing
through
that
so many.
alone, you should know
Yeah,
that.
but
I don't. Okay.
ignorance, what we do not know. They say what you don't know will not kill you, but my dear, what you do not know will kill you. So please let us take to hearing this, and let us be safe. Let us be cautious, because they are going around using these links. They are going around using it, and they are taking their informations. And when the police, they can't trace them, they will find you and they will arrest you. I'm just a jam student.
What have I done?
What have
I don't want
I
to go to school.
You understand? It is only school I want to go to. There's nothing else I have done wrong. You understand? So, and they can't trace the real culprits of these things. So let us take to hearing this, and let us beware. Let us be careful. And success to jam students.
Yeah, success.
I wish you success. I wish you that all your efforts will not be put to waste, and all of that. And it seems like Abuja is still not here on the show. So let us
There's this one here. It says
Okay.
federal government will pay 2.2 trillion naira as subsidy if tariff hike is reversed.
Okay.
So
That's tariff hike for what? Is it for the electricity?
yeah, I think that's for the electricity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. So kudos to the government, to the federal government. Kudos. At
They'll
least we have seen
pay.
something good from the paper today. It is not every time we come on the paper and we still keep hearing bad news, bad news, bad news. Please, we want to see something good. We are drivers of positivity, drivers
So
of good
no,
media,
now are
good
they saying
energy.
that they should not reverse the tariff hike because they are saying federal government will pay 3.2 million and trillion naira as subsidy if the tariff hike is reversed?
So he's saying now that if it is reversed, that is when he will pay.
Yeah, I
If
think
it is
so.
not reversed, he will
Then the
not pay.
federal government will not have
So
to pay.
please, whoever is handling the tariff,
Do you want them to?
reverse it. We beg you in the
Yeah,
name of God
yeah.
Almighty, reverse it. Because people, we are already suffering. The
Adding
economy is
the
already
electricity
difficult.
stuff so it makes it.
Exactly. It's like you are punishing us. It's like judgment.
The heat.
It is like
So
judgment.
please.
So please just reverse it so the government can
Yeah.
pay subsidy and it will relieve the stress of the people. So at least the people can breathe. He said, let the poor breathe.
Okay.
So they can breathe. Please.
Oh.
And what do we have here again on Vanguard this morning?
Says poor production. Oil Minister CDS vows to curb oil theft in Niger Delta.
Yes, they
I think
should.
that's a very good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
oil
good one.
theft. I mean, it's
But like Daddy
becoming
Chris we
alarming.
always say, he said we have many other
Issues.
no, many other what's it called? Resources,
Okay.
not just oil. We
Okay.
have so many other resources and all of that. So let's try tap into other resources
Okay.
and let's let oil breathe also.
Oh,
Let's also let oil breathe, please. And let's not steal it. It's a, well, it is our own. And somebody will always say, I know somebody that will always say it is, I have a part in this oil production. My share is there. Yes, everybody has a share in it.
your share is there.
My share,
Okay.
my share is there. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
My
Okay.
share is
You
there.
say so.
Yes, now your share. I don't know about you, but I know that my own share is there.
Okay.
But let's not steal it. It's for all of us. Let's not steal it, please.
All right.
And let's try producing, exporting. That way we boost our economy. That way we add value to our money. You understand? Let's not depend on oil alone. The world is revolving. Changes are coming every day. Um, so many things, modern things are taking over
Yeah,
the
the
world.
world is
How long
evolving.
will we rely on
Oh yeah.
oil?
How long is it
How
going
long?
to sustain us?
How long will we eat oil money? For how long? So let us try.
Let's dive
Let
into other
yes,
things.
other things. Let's work on other production. Let's
Yeah.
delve into production of other of our natural resources.
Yeah.
Let us let oil breathe and let us not steal it. Like I said, it is for everybody. It's for all of us. It's like you are stealing from yourself. You understand? You are stealing from yourself,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, everybody lose. You get, you only eat for your own self, you eat for your pocket, and your stomach will swell at the end of the day, and you will die. That's what you say.
Okay, there's this one that struck me now. It says over 1,000 students, educators adopted, killed in Nigeria. This is coming from UNICEF, and you can find it in page 9. We're just talking about the Chibok girls in, I think that was on Guardian, and now we see that another one has happened.
Over 1,000.
Imagine students, educators, they are being adopted and they are killed. Like, is it a crime not to go to school? I
You
really
know
don't
that they
know.
are there was a time that it was alarming for me that University of Lagos, I was seeing that their students were going missing.
Okay.
Like, no, seriously, every month a student will go missing. Every month they will say this is a university student. He was last seen
Yeah,
at Kini Kini.
yeah.
And as it was happening, Uniben students were dying.
Okay.
While Unilag student, I was, because I have so many Unilag students contact and all of that, and also Uniben. While Unilag students were being were missing, were going missing, Uniben students were dying. I think that was last year. It was happening consecutively every month. I was like, what do we, this something is happening, something is wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the joy of the parents is that your child goes through the university and the child comes out alive,
Not bringing
well,
back the dead body.
not only bringing out certificates alone,
Please.
but you come out in one piece.
I mean,
You are
God.
coming out well and in one piece. So please, and please, I don't know what they have to do about the security in schools and all of that in Nigeria.
I
In the
mean,
whole
it's
school sector.
becoming
In
alarming.
Unijos, I said this days ago. In Unijos, I saw that video of them rioting. They were saying that two of their students died due to negligence on the part of the teaching hospital and all of that, their health center. So I believe that we can do better. And we have had cases in Uniben where even a medical student will not be allowed, like the teaching hospital will not accept a medical student that they are rushing. It's not today we start hearing news like that and all of that, that they will not accept, and
please,
deaths going on, shootouts, and so please, in our lives they are important. The educators who will teach us if the teachers die.
They are not just kidnapped, but they are killed.
They are killed. So who will teach us? Who will carry on this? They say the best legacy the parent can give a child is education. Who will educate us if our teachers are dying? So please, let I don't know, the government see to it that there is proper security in schools.
Yeah, exactly.
Proper securities, even not only higher institution, even in the basic the tertiary institution and all of that, the primary, secondary schools, there should be proper security put in place so people will not go on dying. I'm sure if there was proper security, what happened to Chibok girls?
The university system
And you
the
just
school and just
attack or something like that. You
when
understand?
they know that there are securities everywhere. And
I'm sure that what happened to Chibok girls about 10 years ago would have not happened if proper security
and another one is happening now. So
yes. So please, let's try.
Please.
The young people are the soul of the society. They are the core of the society. The youth, they are the core of the society. They are the leaders. And we always say tomorrow has already come.
Yeah.
We are not saying leaders of tomorrow. Leaders of they're no longer leaders of tomorrow. It's leaders of today. We are the leaders of today.
Yeah.
So if we die, who will take over today?
The old
So
ones.
please, you understand. So please, let's try. Let the country try. Let the government try and see what they can do about security of students, of educators, and of the whole citizens at large. So I think Abuja is still having network issues, and I don't know if they'll be able to join us till the show ends.
But hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And let's carry on. So what else do we want to talk about?
Yeah, below everywhere.
They said Nigeria sovereign wealth fund grows by 119% to 2.258 trillion naira. So I think that's a good one. Anywhere we see wealth growing, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Right.
So any other thing we would like to look at on the
Federal government places ex-governor, Kogi governor, Bello on watch list as EFCC declares him wanted. Anti-corruption CSO tackles EFCC over ex-Kogi governor.
Well, EFCC they have been trending.
As in,
EFCC has been trending.
I think on all the papers today you see him. Bello wanted.
Yes, he's wanted. So Bello, like Abuja said, I think like Blessing said before she left, she said, "Stop running. Why are you running? Don't run. Come out in the open. He that has nothing to hide will not fear, will not run." They say, who run it when no man pursue? That's how did the Bible say it? You run it when no man pursue. But you are being pursued now, so. But if you are not found guilty, then you will be free. So just come out in the open. Do not run. Stand still, and face trial. So the court will know what to do about that. So let's move to the next paper. I think which other paper should we be looking at?
Let's see. How about
let's look at the metrics. I think we should look at the metrics this morning.
Okay.
Metrics.
Okay.
You just go on about the metrics. Read the metrics for us this morning.
Okay. Here the big news says Bello's 80.2 billion naira fraud saga worsens. Okay, Tinubu aside asks ex-Kogi governor to surrender, get a good lawyer. EFCC declares ex-governor wanted. Moors using military to fish him out from hiding. Bello speaks from hiding. Okay, he has spoken.
Okay.
Bello speaks from hiding, says case against him political witch hunt. Federal governor plays Odudu for assisting Bello to evade arrest, and I think that's the current governor of Kogi State. Okay, here it says 3.2 trillion naira subsidy needed to reverse electricity tariff hike. Federal government. Um, PDP fires federal government, seeks review of electricity tariff hike, other economic reforms. um, Presidency kicks, insists government reforms are hidden fruits. What else? Okay, on the right here we have FCCPC seals another Abuja supermarket over unfair prices, moves against price fixing. I think you can find that in page 11. CBN Governor Cardoso breaks silence over depleting foreign reserves. Um, at at NE at NEC meeting, PDP retains Damangu as acting chair. DNA court to serve Mohbad's wife via substituted means. Um, Federal High Court stops APC from suspending Gudunji
Ganduje.
Ganduji. Ganduji. Okay. Whitney Adinere. Court fixes May 2nd to rule on admissibility of evidence. Um, I think the picture here, it's Vice President
Shetima.
Shettima greeting ex-President Muhammadu Buhari at I think that is banning ceremony of Alhaji Nasiru Aladu Danu OFR as Saduna Jusi in Ja- Jigawa State. I think that's all on the metrics. I think that's
Okay.
all.
So the big news, you said what did you say? You said Bello responds.
Yeah, he speaks from hiding. He says case against him, political watch he hunt. Says case against him, political watch hunt. So
He has
I don't know.
finally responded.
Yeah, but just come out from hiding. Everybody, even the president says he should go get a good lawyer and he should come out from hiding. So
Okay, so what other interesting news do we have on the metrics this morning?
I think it's about the electricity tariff hike here. It says 3.2 trillion subsidy needed to reverse electricity tariff hike. It's coming from the federal government. You know.
Okay.
Then this interesting one. It says court to serve Mohbad's wife via substituted means. So what's your take on that? You know,
Hmm.
you know, the whole Mohbad issue has been going on and on and on. So what do you have to say about that? Now the court says Mohbad's wife via substituted means. So what's your take on that?
Well, I think they should just leave them alone. Mohbad, yeah, well, he died a painful death, and
Okay.
the dead is gone.
All right.
So I think Nigerians tried to avenge him. You understand? Like they came out, they spoke, and all of that. So I think we should just leave the family alone, leave the son, leave the wife, just leave them alone. They should live their
They
life.
didn't even have time to mourn. I don't even think, because from the onset, like when the whole issue started, they've been dragging and dragging and
Dragging,
dragging.
trolling,
You know,
trolling, and all of
it's
that.
crazy, but
It's crazy. So I believe they should just leave them be. They should leave them alone.
okay,
They should just leave them alone. That's what I have to say about that.
yeah.
So what else do we have? Okay, they say FCCPC seals another Abuja supermarket over unfair practices, moves against price fixing. Yeah. So that's what Blessing was saying on the show this morning.
Yeah.
I'm finding it hard to put up the metrics paper. So that's why we are reading it from here instead of showing it on the screen. So please bear with us. So it says
Against price
yes,
fixing.
unfair price fixing. Like we have said on the show before, everybody needs to grow a conscience in Nigeria. We
Exactly.
should be our brother's keeper. You understand? Because we are all in this together. That is all I can say. We are all in this together. So we should not do what will hurt our brother or our sister. You understand? We should try help ourselves. If you they say if you scratch my back, I will scratch your own, right? There are, if I scratch my back on by myself, there are some places my hand will not touch. But if you help me, I help you. I think we will be better. Nigeria will be a better
So
place.
that,
Yeah.
it's not everything that has the government has to, you know, they
Yes,
bring
it
say
is.
the
Yes,
government is the government.
it's the government.
We
It's the government.
ourselves, we are the
Yeah,
cause of
we.
some issues.
Yes,
You
yes,
know, when you buy something for 1,000 naira and you fix it for like 3,000, that's like an outrageous, you know,
yes.
it's
Because there are
outrageous. You
some
know,
things we can do on our own.
yeah,
There
you
are
don't
some
always
things
have to point to the government. The
exactly. There
government
are
is
some
this.
things we can do
When
on
we
our own.
increase price, we say it's the government. When things goes wrong, we say it's the government. When there's flooding and we are the cause, we say it's
The
the government.
government.
You know, so
We are the government. In fact, we
right.
are the government. So let us try to make making Nigeria a better place.
Yeah.
Start. They say it
Like
starts with you,
yeah,
with you and for
you
me.
know,
You
yesterday on the
understand?
show, Mama Princess was saying that change begins with us, with you.
Yes.
So it's not everything you have to say it's the government, it's the government.
Yeah.
Begin. Let it start from
Let
you.
it start from you.
You know.
Someone sees you and say, "Oh, I want to be like this person,"
Yeah.
and the person emulates that good thing, that positive things you
Everything
do,
just goes
and
on.
somebody else like it goes in a chain
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
starts
And
going
you
on,
see, we become
and before we
better.
know, goodness will start to spread,
And the
love will
government
start
will have
spreading.
nothing to do but to also change.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
When the people
Yeah.
will change, it will cause the government to change.
Yeah.
So let us try our possible best to grow a conscience.
Yeah.
You understand? Because like I said, we are in this together. It is not only one man that is standing alone in Nigeria. Everybody is together. Everybody is in it together. Everybody needs to fight it together. You understand? So I think we are time has almost gone, so I think we should look at a sports paper today and we'll wrap the show. So it's unfortunate that till the end of the show, Abuja is not able to join us again because of their network issues. So let's look at Sporting Sun
Okay.
to end the show. That will be the last paper we'll be looking at.
Okay.
Sporting Sun.
Okay. Okay. You have to take that for us.
No, you do that. You take Sporting Sun for
Okay.
us.
It says here, um, Atalanta lands in UEL semi-finals.
Uh,
Okay. Poisoned Sterling returns to action.
wow.
It also says Haaland, the Brian, we are tired. I think this comes from Pep, PEP. Then it says Saka awarded worst grade. Then the big news says Boniface battles Kane. That's the big news here. It says Boniface battles Kane. Then here it says Luis Enrique's doctor moves on after splitting with Torres. Um, Here on the right it says I'm ready for war. Kane tells Billingham. Billingham. And Barca Chelsea battle for Dybali. Dybali. I think I got that right. Did I?
Mm.
Okay. It says I
Dabala.
Dabala. All right. It says I enjoyed Arsenal UCL exit. That's coming from Dira. Then how Jesus reacted to Man City's UCL exit. Okay. How Jesus reacted to Man City's UCL exit. Then here it says Crystal Palace wants Lookman. Then PSG can afford 161 billion naira Osime. I think this is coming from agent. Then Uwobi, Basi, we at rate Okocha. Uwobi, Basi, we rate Okocha. Then USYK's team wary of judges for Fury fight. I
Okay.
think that's
Have
all.
you read the big news?
Yeah,
Boniface battles
Boniface
King.
battles King.
Okay, well, I think that is all we have on the sporting news this morning. Well, they said poisoned Sterling returns to action. Well, welcome back, and
Welcome back. And I hope you don't
please,
get poisoned again.
exactly, please be very careful not to
Yeah.
get poisoned again.
Yeah.
And here he said, PSG can afford 161 billion naira Osime. This is coming from the agent. Well, that is good, but I don't know if, well, they want to sell Osime to PSG now, but if they want to, PSG, they are saying they can afford you Osime. Okay, so okay, I think they said I'm ready for war. Kane tells Billy Graham. Okay, well,
Ready for
it's
what? I think they should plant those landmines. Since he wants war.
no. This one is war in the field. There's already
Okay.
a hair.
Okay.
So it's not that type of war is ready for. You understand?
Alright.
So I'm thinking this is a good place to wrap up the show, since Abuja could not join us this morning. This is a very good place to wrap up the show. We want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us.
Till the end.
And yes, in the end, thank you for staying with us. And for us that are home, that are abroad, I want to tell us that we should try. We need to try. We need to try. We need to put in effort for ourselves, for the country, to make it a better place. If we do not put in effort, then nothing will be done. We need to put in effort. And please, I ask that we beware this. It's weekend actually, so have a very nice weekend.
Rest.
Yes, rest,
Make sure you rest.
obey traffic rules. Yes,
Yeah.
and do take care of yourselves and don't get into trouble. Yes, and this is SRTV. This is SRTV Edo, and we will be ending the show this morning. I don't think Abuja will be joining us, and this is already 1:38. So we'll be wrapping up the show this morning with all the papers we have read. So thank you very much for joining us at SRTV.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Where is the video?